Welcome back to my channel, Survive and Thrive. And today I'm here to talk about a penny stock, but one that you should really keep your eyes on. It's one that Kevin O'Leary, also known as Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank, has talked about a few times, and one that I am really bullish on and will continue to be over the years to come. That company is MindMed, ticker symbol MNMD. And I covered this company 3 months ago and have covered them about every other month. And like I said, it's one that if you are looking for a relatively cheap stock to purchase now, that could be a multi-bagger in the future, this is one to watch out for. Let's jump into the latest details and go over a few articles on the latest news. Here from NASDAQ, Mind Medicine, focusing on treatments, not revenue. MNMD, sometimes also known as MindMed, is a clinical stage biopharmaceutical company that develops alternative treatments for mental health disorders. And this author also is very bullish on the stock. When it comes to brain health disorders, Mind Medicine doesn't beat around the bush. And we all know that there are issues out there with mental health disorders, especially with the pandemic. It made it even that much worse. And they are coming up with treatments from everything for anxiety, opioid addiction, and chronic pain. When traditional therapy modalities fail to help patients, can psychedelic medicine succeed? It is a very interesting question, and if you believe that the answer is yes, which I do, then you might consider a stake in Mind Medicine stock. And like I said, Kevin O'Leary is very bullish on this particular company and industry, and he has said that he thinks it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity and could create much more revenue even when compared to marijuana or cannabis. However, if you're going to apply old school financial metrics to Mind Medicine, the results may be disappointing. Keep in mind that Mind Medicine is a future thinking type of business, meaning a single breakthrough could lead to bumper crop profits. And just as this article stated at the top, they are focused on the trials and really getting through how do they come up with the best treatments and not overall revenue. That will come in time. Clearly, there are risks involved with investing in the future of psychedelic medicine. There are regulatory hurdles to clear, and the issue of mainstream acceptance needs to be resolved. After all is said and done, however, a small position in Mind Medicine could produce multi-bagger returns in the long run. And think that if you buy 1,000 shares today and they're $1 per share, if all of a sudden this goes to $10, then you've 10x'd your money from $1,000 to $10,000. And doing that math, if it goes to 50, we're going to 50,000. And you can see just how quickly, just by the power of 10 or 1,000, we can really start to build real wealth. Now, a tough pill to swallow. The first thing you want to know about Mind Medicine stock is that it's quite affordable, less than $1 per share, in fact. And we'll see here at the end what their current price is. This article was about a month ago. The stock was as high as $4 during the past 12 months, though that might have been the result of meme stock mania. Mind Medicine stock isn't a meme stock anymore, so it's all about the company's shareholder value now. The investors want to see results, and Mind Medicine does have results to share, but they're mostly clinical instead of financial. In a recently issued Form 10-Q, Mind Medicine admitted outright, "We have not earned any revenue or reached successful commercialization of our products." This statement might be a tough pill for some investors to swallow, especially those with a strong focus on financials. In addition, Mind Medicine sustained an $18.45 million loss during 2022 in the first quarter. On the other hand, the company ended the quarter with $120.47 million in cash, and Mind Medicine claims to have cash runway through key clinical readouts in 2023 and into 2024. So this should offer the shareholders some comfort. And like I said, you can't get hung up in what is happening with finances today, because they are a fledgling business just getting started, and they really need to get through these clinical trials and be able to get eventually FDA approval to market and commercialize their products, and then that's when the real revenue will start to come in. Beyond the financials though, Mind Medicine has made progress this year. As CEO and director Robert Barrow emphasized, Mind Medicine continued to advance and de-risk the company's 3 lead product candidates. These are MM-120 for generalized anxiety disorder, MM-402 for autism spectrum disorder, and MM-110 for opioid use disorder. These are all proposed symptom treatments, not cures. A phase 1 clinical trial is anticipated for MM-402 in Q3 2022, while a phase 2A trial is expected to commence during the current quarter. Meanwhile, MM-120 looks particularly promising. This drug candidate could potentially use lysergic acid diethylamide, also known as LSD, to treat generalized anxiety disorder, adult attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, also known as ADHD, and/or chronic pain. Now, if this doesn't get you excited, it really should, because you can start to see just how much of a total addressable market out there, or TAM, that they can really start to address. We're talking about millions upon millions of people eventually. And with that being said, you can just see that there really is no limit to where this company could go. Top of mind results. MM-120 could prove to be a versatile treatment for multiple mental brain health disorders. A phase 2A trial of this drug candidate for a chronic pain condition is expected to start in this year's 4th quarter. Plus, Mind Medicine was proud to announce recent progress in the clinical development of MM-120 for the treatment of generalized anxiety disorder. Specifically, the company released positive top-line data from a phase 2 trial which was conducted at the University Hospital Basel. Reportedly, the data demonstrated the significant, rapid, durable, and beneficial effects of LSD and potential to safely mitigate symptoms of anxiety and depression. It was also observed that LSD was well tolerated in the clinical trial. Mind Medicine Executive President Miri Halperin-Wernli provided further details about the results of the clinical trial, stating that the symptomatic relief lasted up to 16 weeks post-treatment compared with the placebo. That is very positive news and great results, and this is just the start, so much more development, and I see business growth opportunities to come, and something that you really want to get behind. Do your due diligence and research. I am not a professional or licensed investor, but do that research. Make sure you understand the companies out there and what they're about and where they're headed, and find those opportunities where you can get in now to build massive return on your investment in the years to come. Now, on Wall Street stake, turning to Wall Street, MNMD earns a strong buy consensus rating based on 4 buy ratings assigned in the past 3 months. The average Mind Medicine price target is $5.82, implying 703.3% upside potential. Now, if that doesn't make you want to really take a chance on this one, then I don't know what else will, but we will see as we get later into this video and I cover some more analysts' take on this, that there is even a bigger opportunity than what this article is implying. The takeaway: the best way to describe Mind Medicine, both the company and the stock, is experimental. The risks are great, but the rewards of success could be huge. Mind Medicine stock is affordable and seems to have lots of room to run. Positive clinical trial results this year could provide a catalyst for share price appreciation. At the same time, you'll want to be aware of Mind Medicine's financials, which some traditional investors might consider less than ideal. Therefore, Mind Medicine stock should appeal to non-traditional, risk-tolerant investors. If you believe in the future of psychedelic medicine, this could be an investment to consider now. And even if you're not a huge risk-tolerant investor, you could at least take a small position. It's a bit of a chance, but at least it gives you an opportunity for big money and returns on a relatively low cost at this time. Now, taking a look, we touched on this, but MindMed stock rises as phase 2 study shows benefit of LSD in anxiety disorders. This was on May 11th, an article in Seeking Alpha. MindMed said a mid-stage study showed beneficial effects of LSD and potential to safely mitigate symptoms of anxiety disorders. The company said that they had reported data from a phase 2 placebo-controlled trial evaluating LSD to treat anxiety disorders, and it showed significant, rapid, durable, and beneficial effects, as we touched about at the end of the last article. Now, this is in doses of 200 UG, and this resulted in significant and strong reductions of STAI-G scores, a questionnaire test measuring a level of anxiety. And they ended with that they are encouraged by the positive data showing that LSD produced rapid, strong, and long-lasting reductions in anxiety and depression symptoms up to 16 weeks post-treatment compared with a placebo. And as of May 11th, MNMD shares were up 7.17% to 86 cents. But we are a bit higher than that now. We're just over $1, and I'll cover that at the end of this video. But you can see, like in the last article, going from $1 or just under all the way up to $4 within 12 months, and now having a buy rating or analyst estimate of above $5, that anything within the dollar or just under range is probably a good time to buy in to ride out for the long haul. Touching more on what's out there for other analysts and their potentials for what's going to happen in the next 12 months, MindMed upgraded to buy by Zacks Investment Research. They were upgraded from a hold to a buy, and this was issued to clients and investors on Thursday, and that was back on May 26th. The brokerage presently has a 75-cent target price on the stock. According to Zacks, MindMed is a clinical stage psychedelic medicine biotech company. It discovers, develops, and deploys psychedelic-inspired medicines and therapies to address addiction and mental illness. And for those of you who don't know, MindMed is based in New York. Other equity analysts have also issued reports about the stock. H.C. Wainwright reiterated a buy rating and set a $10 target price on shares of MindMed. I think that might be a bit high for the next 12 months, but anything is possible depending on some of these catalysts that are coming out over the next Q3 and Q4 of this year. Roth Capital began coverage on shares of MindMed in a research report on Wednesday, May 4th. They also set a buy rating and a $7 target price for the company. 5 analysts have rated the stock with a buy rating according to data from MarketBeat. The stock has a consensus rating of buy and a consensus target price of $5.60. So that's fairly close to the first article that we touched on. And so I do think that anywhere from $5 to $6 this year is definitely possible. And that is a great 4 to 5x return on your money today if you decide to buy in. Shares of MNMD stock opened at 77 cents on Thursday. MindMed has a 1-year low of 70 cents and a 1-year high of $4.04. Now on Monday, March 28th, they did announce their latest earnings results. This was for Q1 of 2022. The company reported negative 4 cents earnings per share for the quarter. Equities research analysts anticipate that MindMed will post a negative 22 cents earnings per share for the current year. A number of hedge funds and other institutional investors have recently modified their holdings of the stock. Voya Investment Management grew its holdings in MindMed by 6.3% during the third quarter. Voya Investment Management now owns 134,392 shares, which is valued at $313,000 after purchasing an additional 7,900 shares during the period. Shell Asset Management grew its holdings in MindMed by 31.8% during the fourth quarter. Shell Asset Management now owns 37,982 shares, which is valued at $52,000 after purchasing an additional 9,169 shares during the period. American International Group grew its holdings in MindMed by 5.5% during the third quarter. American International Group now owns 190,000 shares of the company, which is valued at $444,000, and that's after an additional purchase of 9,975 shares during the period. And Cetera Advisors acquired a new position in MindMed during the third quarter, valued at approximately $26,000. And finally, SquarePoint Ops LLC acquired a new position in Mind Medicine during the third quarter, valued at approximately $27,000. Hedge funds and other institutional investors own 12.4% of the company's stock. So those are very positive things to see, that there are a number of companies who are really standing behind what MindMed can do now and in the future. And they're really taking those big positions, which is how you can turn a little bit of money into a lot more. Now, it's all relative for them. They are companies and they are able to put tens of thousands of dollars into an investment, whereas for us, it may not be as easy. But like I said, even taking a small position of $500 to $1,000 could really send you on your way to big returns and a lot of happiness on your path to financial freedom in the foreseeable future. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I did cover MindMed. We are going on 3 months now, and it just so happens that within that time frame, there has been some fluctuation above this current price and below. But if we go back to the last video I had done, we have to go back to 6 months. And if we look at March 8th, we're just about at the exact same price. So you can see that they've been as high as $2 as of December 8th, 2021. And if we go further back, almost to that $4 price point, June of last year. And that all-time high, $4 as of February 12th, 2021. So I think that we can definitely get there and exceed in this year. I do see a lot more positive news coming for MindMed in terms of results of clinical trials, and hopefully that will help to boost investor confidence. And so for me personally, it's one that I'm going to continue to add to and really find those opportunities when price point is great to continue to add more to my holdings. And for anybody out there that is already invested in MindMed, I suggest you do the same. Please leave comments below about thoughts on MindMed in particular or this industry. And let's continue to use this exchange to share information between fellow investors. If you've gotten value out of this video, as always, hit the like button and make sure to subscribe. I'm uploading videos week to week about everything from financial strategies, stocks, crypto, NFTs, NFT gaming, and much, much more. Trying to get my number of subscribers on this channel above 1,000 in 2022, but I need help from each and every one of you. So until next time, let's look for those opportunities to really build that wealth, find our path to financial freedom, and don't just survive, thrive!